So we have a couple of the newspapers in the studio. Would want to start to look at some of those stories on the front and back pages. Not all of them will go back pages though, because advertorials have failed in the back pages. But let's look at the front page of the Daily Guide. It has on the front page a picture of the Electoral Commission chairperson. Oh, wait, you are bro. Abused by yesterday. Somebody was insulting her seriously on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, I think that sometimes we have to be decorous a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more decorous, not just a little. It's critical. It's critical. We are circumspection is important. I'm not saying that we shouldn't criticize. We should criticize extensively as we can, but we shouldn't hurl insults at people.
I think you should take insult no matter what.
It could be you in that position, or it could be your uncle, or it could be somebody close to you who is in that position being insulted. Because for many of these people, we don't know them. The Daily Guide has on the front page, issue sued over bloated register. You have a picture there of one gentleman, Kwame Bafo, aka Abronya DC. And
that's the guy who sued the EC.
Well, I should think so. Is that his face?
Yeah, that's the gentleman who sued the EC.
Guy. We have front page, Zanoto Rawlings thrown out. We have Tell Us Project caused Baumia tells Mahama, George Boateng arrested. And those are the stories we have on the front and back page of the newspaper. But let me just read a little bit about that very story about the Electoral Commission chairperson. And it says the Bonafo Regional Youth Organizer of the New Patriotic Party, Kwame Bafo, has sued the Electoral Commission and the Attorney General's Department at the Sunyani High Court over the EC's plan to go ahead and use the current voters register, which is known to be bloated by all standards in court, for the 2016 general elections. By the suit, the Commission has 14 days within which to file for appearance or cause to file on its behalf a statement of defense. It goes on and on about the 10 points relief the plaintiff is seeking or praying the court to declare that the current electoral roll is bloated, unfit to be used in this year's election, etc., etc. Those are the stories we have in court. And also talking about the court in Accra, High Court has thrown out a motion filed by lawyers of Dr. Zanoto Agyemang Rawlings, daughter of former President Rawlings, and Colette Clotte, constituency parliamentary candidate for the NDC. Dr. Zanoto's Rawlings lawyers had said that they were praying the court to dismiss an entire case challenging her candidacy. And we know this very case was brought against her by Niyama Shite, the incumbent member of parliament for the constituency, and Nee John Coleman, also a contestant in the party's last year's parliamentary primary. That took place in Osu. We know that the MPP also have a certain controversy that is around the election of their parliamentary candidate, as well as Dr. Zanoto Rawlings.
Let me do the Daily Graphic next. Yeah, that's the NPP Regional Youth Organizer.
He's a very nice
who
guy.
heads for Supreme Court.
So beautiful.
Voters register. Stop confusing me. Voters register and the scrutiny. That's the banner headline here. National Election Steering Committee platform for information sharing. That's according to. Also, it's a platform for information sharing. That's how the EC describes the steering committee. I've heard some argument that perhaps the name is not appropriate, because if you say steering, it's like the person controlling the steering in the vehicle. You know, it's more like you are in charge. But it should be another name, a committee, something with another name, but not steering
let me give
committee.
you, I don't know where you got this criticism from. The political parties, they have steering committees. Are the steering committees the ones that run the party?
Yes, apparently. Okay. And then if they have difficulties with certain decisions, they will refer it to the National Council or something of the sort. So maybe a name change would do, because I heard Christian Osupari, who is the acting director of the Electoral Commission, explain that this is for relationship building, if you like. So if they have something that concerns the police, then they have a representative on that committee that they can deal with. If it's GES, if it's about teachers, which is GES, then they have a representative, which in itself is not a bad thing. I think it's the whole communication and perhaps the name that they've given, which needs a change. Government organized labor to negotiate base pay in April. I'll bring you a bit of that story. But also with the Electoral Commission, Roland, Christian Olsupari was speaking on Ekosise on Asempa FM in the afternoon yesterday, and he said that, you remember this Abuako North that, were reviewing, I think, some of the online portals, and they said the dates for the by-election was April. Apparently, the EC has not set a date yet.
So who brought that?
Yeah, that was the question I was asking myself. There's an editorial.
Because it was on the front page of many of the prominent newspapers yesterday.
He said he didn't put that information out. It's not coming from the communications directorates. Yeah. There's an opinion written by one of my favorite people, Dr. Charles Rekubrobe, aka Tazan, and it's on what is in a name. Everything if it's about election 2016. He's a good writer. You might want to check that out. Okay. That's in page 10, the Daily Graphic. Let me look at the back page of the paper now. Pram police sees big haul of Indian hemp. So the police at Pram have seized a big haul of suspected Indian hemp in 2 separate operations. That's it for the graphic.
Mama, we'll get ready and go and do the news portals, but let's quickly rush through the rest of the newspapers we have. Front page of the Finder, EC dragged to court over voters register, NHIS tariffs to go up, and then also we have NHIS tariffs to go up by 27%. We also have no concrete policy for cerebral palsy children in Accra or in Ghana. Baumia Shreds, NDC's project claims, and also outlines 6 reasons why the claims must be rejected. That they did those number in their green book. It was the green book. All right. The BNFT, the Business and Financial and Transport Ministry, to re-engage Tekpe over VAT. Inflation targeting policy not credible, according to Professor Kusi, who is Executive Director of the Institute for Fiscal Studies. And then also we have on the front page of the Daily Dispatch, MPP is intolerant. MPP targets 90% in Ashanti. I have a picture there of my own man, Uncle Ben Efson, saying come down to 2016. You want to get a lot more, you're listening to him also. We have this one, Ghanaian Times. Ghanaian Times has a story, 7 robbers grabbed. ECAG ordered to file defense over register. And then we also have 48 bodies identified in Kintampo accidents. Zanato Rawlins suffers setback in court. Back page, police wives call for national peace. And a doom dominance water supply station inaugurated. It's not all doom and gloomy, even though some areas don't have water. At least we have pumping stations being inaugurated for others. Mama, what other stories do you have?
I'll do my job online quickly, but I've got a special dedication. There's a very special woman who celebrates her 76th birthday. That's Grandma Grace Lamte, headmistress of Care Guide Montessori School and mother-in-law of our own Dan Boyfield of the Multimedia Group. We say happy birthday to you, Grandma. 76 is such a big deal. Enjoy your birthday today. So let's do myjoyonline.com. Quickly running through some of the headlines. EC scheming to impose Mahama on Ghanaians. Methodist Superintendent Minister alleges a bit of that. Says that the Superintendent Minister of the Jolu Circuit of the Methodist Church of Ghana says the posture adopted by the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Charlotte Osei, and her team, has convinced him. And I guess we'll have to open it up if we really want to get the understanding of it. So I would urge that you can visit the website myjoyonline.com and read it in detail. Let's get to the next one. This one says Metro Mass Transit Company opens probe into Kintampo fatal crash. Also, Kintampo disaster, heads must roll. Tete Chai, who is the chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Road and Transport, says some people must be punished for the accident that claimed 63 passengers and injured 25 of them. EU signs 31.6 million euro employment program agreement with Ghana. You can get on the site and read the details. Egyptian boy 4 convicted by mistake. So an Egyptian military court made a mistake by sentencing a 4-year-old boy to life in prison for murder last week. The military has acknowledged. It came after some backlash, very heavy backlash. How can you convict a 4-year-old?
For murder?
Really?
He's a minor.
That? Who does that?
He's a child.
Yeah.
Don't they have children? The judge will sit
they say it was a mistake, eh?
All right.
Can the military court make a mistake?
Yeah, they can.
Charlie, but military court really, they don't make mistakes like that.
Wahala.
Yeah,
Did
the
they
military is like
go through the? I think
military
anyway.
is a very detailed. Yeah. Some Ghanaian politics. Obri Boahen cast doubt over Charlotte Osei's capabilities. On to the next story now. Mahama announces deployment of ferries to Volta Lake Company. And delays in prosecuting criminal cases. Lawyer blames AG's department. A lot of us would agree with him. You can get onto myjoyonline.com if you're interested in any of the stories. Let's do City FM Online quickly. BNI picks up over 400 fake teachers. Also, stop partisan attacks on EC's steering committee. Oh, that's the citizen vigilante, Martin Amidu speaking. Okay, so you can click on that story and read the details. Let's check out another one. Uproar against election committee premature. That's what General Mosquito of the NDC seemed to be saying here. Also lawsuit over new register.
So now we've accepted any General Mosquito. He's called Johnson. What's that?
Oh, he responds to that.
Yeah, I know. It's fun that way, though.
A lawsuit of a new register in Ghana's interest, NPP member says. That's it for City FM Online. We'll do the Africa page of the BBC. Ethiopia crackdown claim lies. So Ethiopia's government dismisses allegations it is violently suppressing protest in its restive Oromia region as an absolute lie. These are some of the headlines that we can bring to you. Let's do some of your messages quickly before Benedict comes running. Okay, so good morning, Mama V. I think all the people in the director of the passport office should be sacked. Can you imagine you waking up at dawn to be there for your passport, and after taking the picture, you're told your data wasn't stored after a week? I did mine June 2014, and up till now, I'm still tracking it. That's bad. That's from Aaron from Cove Town. Maybe we should do, some one-on-one with Foreign Affairs, because we have a pretty good relationship with them. We can set that up. All right, let's read some more messages, okay, on our WhatsApp. This one says, good morning, Roland. You guys are looking smart this morning.
Thank
I'm
you.
enjoying the show from Adam Holy Family Hospital in Techiman. And on that note, I like to acknowledge all of you who have sent me messages. In fact, have sent us messages this morning. Lots of them. Would have time.
Very much grateful.
A lot more to you. Yeah, Benedict is breathing on my neck.
Yeah. I just noticed that when you stand up and I'm sitting down, you look marvelous, really.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
That's
You're
great.
a good man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good
I can
man.
be when I'm on set. Yeah. Well, so now we're taking a break. When we come back, that man, Benedict, if you're around, please come over. Let's see what you have. Benedict, can we call, just like we're calling a child, Mama V's boys who are naughty sometimes. Benedict, on here ready. Well, so Benedict is now doing the makeover and everything.
Somebody's asking for a WhatsApp number.
He'll be ready in a few minutes.
Okay, so let me give a WhatsApp number. Oh, but you sent me a WhatsApp, so you couldn't be asking for. Can I know the WhatsApp number of Mama V and Roland?
I can give
Tonyali, just send on this one.
51266.
Just send on this one. You get us. 0560 800,000. Whatever it is that you want to communicate with us, you can get it. Stay with us. We've got sports coming your way. Benedict is on standby.
Okay.